April 16th, 2019. In the news. Well, the Notre Dame Cathedral yesterday burnt to the ground. Horrible. That cathedral's over 850 years old, survives 2 world wars, but can't be put out by fire trucks. How's that happen? Bombs in World War II, tanks rolling through Paris and all this stuff, and it can't be put out by firemen? I don't get this one. Seems like it's a setup to me, or some type of act of terror to me. Feel a little rushed because every time I'm trying to make this video, it gets cut off by YouTube. There was a reporter that called into Fox, was being interviewed by Shepard Smith, and interview lasted about maybe 2 minutes because of the fact that Shepard Smith decided to cut him off because the guy was trying to tell him, say, hey, look, might want to look more into this because there's been churches burning down almost every day here in Paris and surrounding areas, either burning down or getting vandalized or torched up somehow, some way. There's been radicals been doing this around this area. So don't let this fool you that it may be a terrorist act, not just an accident. So they say it may have been electrical, but from what the other reporters are saying, there's not a lot of electrical in that church since it's so old. I know it's made out of a lot of wood, and I guess it went up like a matchbox because it's so old and things like that. But you would think that they would have had the firemen to be able to put that out pretty quick. The reporter was basically saying that was their 9/11, basically. So being that he wasn't really a reporter, but he was trying to report on the fact that it was their 9/11. So he had some information, I'm sure, that he thought it was his 9/11, but he wouldn't, Shepard Smith wouldn't let him get there. He wouldn't let him give him the information. But there is no information from what I can see. Everything that's coming from over there, it was just an accident. It just doesn't seem like an accident to me. So, with all these churches going up in flames around that area, it just doesn't seem like that, such a precious place that it wouldn't have some type of anti-fire system or have the ability to be put out. To let it burn to the ground in this day and age doesn't make any sense to me. And it's getting really strange in this world how the Christians and right-wing people that are on the right and believe in life, God, pursuit of happiness, we're getting pushed to the back of the bus. Our voices are really getting crushed. We can't say anything anymore. And that's getting to the point where it's getting dangerous. It's getting real dangerous, I think, in this day and age. And it's getting dangerous to the point we have a lot of new technologies that are coming out that are just getting pushed through Congress, such as like 5G and things like that nobody really is taking a second look into. People might want to take a look at that too. I've done some research on it, and it's pretty scary that nobody's testing this stuff. We're talking millions and millions of towers, blowing microwaves through our head, basically. But that's another thing. But a lot of interesting things in the news so far this week. Got the Mueller report coming out on Thursday. That's an interesting thing we're going to be looking forward to seeing. I'm sure Nadler's going to love that, to pick that apart and find one line in the thing to say, oh, here we go, we found something we can hang them on here. That's going to be interesting. I'm sure he'll find something to find. in there to say we can hang him on this one. But that'll be an interesting one to see. But getting back to the comparison of the Paris 9/11 and the 9/11 that we had, that's going to be an interesting one to see. We'll see how this one rolls out. Anyway, peace out for the night. Take care.